Berlin was still shooting, even though those who should have been thinking had long since stopped. The streets vibrated with explosions, but there was no command, no plan, no direction. The city moved like a body whose reflexes hadn't yet realized its brain was dead. The trigger for the chaos wasn't a single explosion, but a decision, belatedly acknowledged. Power collapsed, but the order to defend was never lifted. The radios went silent, the generals disappeared, and the bunkers were empty. But the weapons had already been distributed. Children in oversized uniforms, parents forced to take up rifles, soldiers who didn't know who their commander was, were all left to choose between shooting or being labeled traitors. In this city, hesitation was more dangerous than bullets. The following days turned into bloody chaos. Gunfire came from all directions. Defense posts were manned by men with no training. Houses turned into impromptu fortresses, then into graveyards. Fear spread faster than wildfire. Everyone fought, not because they were certain of victory, but because they didn't know how to stop. Berlin was no longer fighting against an external enemy, but against deeply ingrained habits of obedience. The facts hit slowly, but cruelly. Tens of thousands of people had died in a matter of days within the city, not from brilliant strategy, but from mass confusion. Many died without knowing who they were protecting, or whether the war even existed. Authority had collapsed, but the illusion of order remained. In the end, this city didn't fall because it was defeated militarily. It fell because it pretended to be governed for too long. Ideology was hollow, but posters still screamed on the walls. Berlin's true enemy wasn't the tanks at the gates, but the silence that kept people pulling the trigger. The impact didn't end immediately when the last shots stopped. What remained was a ruined city and people left to live with one unanswered question. What was all this for? Self-esteem was shattered, trauma lingered, and history recorded it coldly, as if this chaos were normal. And perhaps that's the most disturbing thing. If a city can continue fighting without command, without purpose, without hope, who really holds the key to a leader who has lost his way, or a fear that has been nurtured for too long?